as I promised you, we have the Thiong'os. First things first, how long have you guys been married?
It will be 19 years this February 2018.
Okay, now, tell us your name. I need to take that in so that when we're starting, we're working with the years. Yeah.
My name is Susan Kagendo Thiong'o.
What do you do?
Mama Hope, as people know me in the estate. Yeah. I work at Kenyatta National Hospital with the orthopedic department. Yeah.
Okay. Baba Hope.
Baba Hope. My name is John Thiong'o. Yeah, I'm a pastor. At the same time, I'm a businessman. Yeah, I do kids events.
If you're not a pastor, would you still be celebrating 19 years? You would?
Yeah.
Because sometimes maybe being a pastor makes it easier, like the lessons in church and stuff. So if somebody is not a pastor, can they still, how do we get them to be able to enjoy 19 years of marriage?
Actually, with a pastor, it's even more difficult because you're dealing with the public, and then there's a private life, and there's what people expect from you. And it's been very difficult. But what I would say is about the choices that somebody makes.
Sure.
You can choose to be happy in marriage, and you can choose to stay.
Yeah. So wait, when do the choices come in? When we have an argument is when I'm choosing, okay, fine, I'm angry, but I'm going to choose to stay, or is it at the beginning? When do we make the choice that ensure that people are able to last, like you guys lasted this long?
Okay, to add on what he said, it is not about when challenges come in. It is a mindset when you get married, I'm in this thing, and I'm gonna make it work. That's what matters. So whatever comes, you are there, you're ready to make your marriage work, no matter the challenges.
What is the most testing moment for you guys? People say in the first 3 years, like in the first 3 years, what is the most, like you almost felt like I'm going to give up, between 3 to 5 years?
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Between 2 to 9 years.
Okay, okay.
And
you're making this longer.
Yeah. You see why? Okay, what happens is this, yeah? In marriage, you don't come with expectation. You come ready to be able, whatever you meet, to work on.
Okay.
Because challenges for different couples is different. Yeah. Some, they come well, finances, they are on top of some their careers are on top. Then you discover through the time, the first challenge is about children. When children comes in, you are together. That's why I said between 2 to 9 years.
Sure.
Yeah.
And somehow things change. Your finances change. You want to take care of the career. And when the children come, especially the wife takes care of the children and forgets about the husband. And these are normal things. Yeah. And what I would say is that at the moment, if the man immerses himself to career, then he'll forget the woman. So that's why I said it's about choices. You decide whatever comes my way, I'm ready. And which brings something which is very, very important for every marriage, communication.
But isn't that the biggest challenge? It's the most important, yes. But it's the biggest challenge.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Because this is a person you met, you fell in love, and you came to stay together. You don't know her too well, but you're beginning to know. And at a certain time, everybody behaves differently. I react differently. I wouldn't say that it was just that smooth for us to go through the first 5 years. Yeah. I believe it was the hardest because even for some of us, we didn't know what we want to do. But for that reason, we had to put our communication open and to realize even love itself, there's that first love that you have, but we discovered love, you make it happen.
Sure.
Yeah, because it won't be lovey-dovey every other time.
You have to make it intentional.
Yeah, because now when there are changes, people change.
Yeah.
And if you put feelings in front, and there's some situation with changes, that's where the problem I think begins with most couples. Because when changes come, you're not ready for changes.
How do you address them?
I also think with the children coming and all that and the careers, you really have to make a deliberate decision to have time for your family. A deliberate decision, because with all the ulabaroos and all that, this one going their way and the other one going their way, and here are children, it is easy to forget about the coming together of the family and spending time with the family. Yeah, it is a deliberate thing. You have to
but here when you say coming together with the family, it involves the children as well. Yeah. But isn't that where we are going a little off when we forget that we focus, like you're saying, we focus on our children as women and then we forget about the man? I'm
talking about the family time and being with one another, together with the children, or even if they're not there, create time that you're together and everything else out. Yeah, this is our time, we want to spend it together.
And how would you handle, since she's working, she has kids, so she's going to work, she comes in the evening, she has the kids. Do you tell her, I need attention, or do you want her to think that you need attention?
I think that was the most difficult time, because you can't tell her that you need attention. And for her, it also depends if she noticed that I needed attention. So most couples, what they do, if you know that that your spouse is really concerned about the children, you really look at her needs on children, so that she can realize you're also concerned. But people fight, oh, you don't care about me anymore. You're not the person that I used to know anymore. Now it's about children, and you begin now saying, oh, I wish we didn't have children.
Yes, it happens.
Yeah, the focus is, if your wife, if she's on children, also concentrate on the children. Somehow you'll connect.
We'll find a common ground.
Yes.
But then how do you move away from the discussion of children to you and I? Because there's couples also say, oh, you know, nowadays, because since your wife is focused on the child, the husband, the only conversation the wife is going to pay attention to is child related. So how do you draw your spouse away from child related?
The fact is, even if it's child related, there are other factors which will need to be addressed, like schools, like that period where some of us, there's a time of the house girls, and also now the common factor is finances. On taking care of the children. Yeah, and I think finances is a big issue in many marriages.
How do you advise guys on how to, like, what works? What works for you when it comes to finances? Did you put it in one pot? Do you have a shared bank account?
The first thing I'll say is, where I was, things did not go well. So I started in a very low note.
Okay. This is when you're getting married?
Yeah, when you got married, things did not go. I wanted to get out of the country and all these things. Things were not good for me. And she was the only one who was working. I was struggling. And finances can be a big issue. And somehow, by, you say, the grace, somebody advised me, even if you don't have money, look for little money that will show her that you appreciate. But many men, they become lazy, and they don't know that is the responsibility of the men. And this is something that we decided. I'll provide for the rent. No matter how down, I would rather even go and borrow or do any other thing, even if she's working and I'm not. That one was our principle. I think that kept us.
Yeah.
Because she could see I was doing something. And when you have a challenge, you'll overcome, even if you're not working. And I can tell many people outside there, especially when the man is not working, you can still make it.
What was going through your mind though? Like, he's not working, you have kids, you have a job, this is all on my shoulders. How did you make it past that moment and stop seeing him differently and still able to embrace him positively?
Okay, the thing is to understand, like he has said, at least you see he's making an effort. He's just not there. He's making an effort, so that one encourages you to even encourage him to continue and to move on. So whatever little you're bringing on the table, you plan on that, know how to divide it. Even if it is not enough here, you know, like the rent and all that, you are able to plan, talk even to the landlord and see every need is taken care of, even as you plan about tomorrow.
Did you ever find yourself in a situation where, okay, my husband has not gotten the rent yet, but I'm getting impatient? I have the money. I want to pay because I don't want the landlord to bother me or the caretaker is bothering me. Did you ever find yourself in that situation?
It has been there, but always what I did in such situations, I make sure it is not me who does the payment. I want also to preserve his respect as a man. So if it comes to that, I tell him, honey, the money is here.
But then how do you feel about that? Like, because we are told that when you feel like, okay, now the woman has to take care of it because I'm trying as a man, but it's not happening just yet. Okay. And then it brings a bit of friction. And then the man feels like, okay, maybe she will not respect me anymore because I'm not getting what I need to have gotten by now. It's 5th, it's 7th, it's 10th. Nothing has gone through yet.
Like she said something, when you're lazy around, you're just watching television, staying at home, she goes to work, it frustrates the woman. Sometimes you are told just go out. Well, the way you go out is not the way you come back. And that way they see your effort. Tell her the truth, and like I said, communication really helped us because I would tell her this is what happened, the business deal went wrong. Then from there she begins to understand me.
What do you think as women, the younger women, are going wrong though? As a woman who's been married for a long time, you're in your career, you have kids, you're still married. Why do you think women are going wrong?
Okay, I think young ladies are coming into marriage with a lot of expectations. And when those expectations are not met, according to them, that's when everything goes out. Like I said when we were beginning, this is a decision you have to make. I'm getting married, and I'm getting married to stay. And I'm gonna make my marriage work regardless of the challenges.
How do we get past the challenge of, say, an affair? Because when you choose, I'm getting married to stay. I'm going to marry you until I die. Like, this is it. But then what happens then? How do you get past that and still be able to love the person as your spouse till death?
I believe the bottom line here is forgiveness. Forgiveness, and not, holding a grudge. When there is something, maybe when you're up there and all that, just wait until at least one of you has to calm down. Wait for things to cool down. Then you can come together and talk about it. When everything is settled, when the hunger is down, you can be able to talk constructively and then have it in your heart to forgive one another.
So when we say, oh, if he has an affair, if she has an affair, I'm leaving. That shouldn't be the case.
It shouldn't be the case.
It's about sitting down and talking about it and say this happened, how do you deal with it?
But isn't that an excuse?
For living?
No, for explaining why you did whatever you did. You already know you're not supposed to do it. So the fact that you have an explanation, isn't that an excuse?
Okay, from my experience from other people, like she said, forgiveness should be the key. Well, that usually comes when the worst comes to us. Yeah. About an affair or extramarital affair. Yeah. Is when it comes to us. I think people should stick together. You are supposed to stick together, and until death do you apart. We should look at the natural death, whereby for sure I'm gonna stick with this lady till the end of time. Yeah. And then one of the things you said is about generational changes. What we envisioned and what we stood with is not what is being worked on right now. Internet, too much exposure, and that in most marriages, that is also affecting the movies you watch, especially the soap.
As this married couple 19 years, what's the story about phones? For example, phones. Do you guys have secret phone passwords? Don't touch my phone. Is that a rule?
Yeah, in a way, yes. But it's not really that she can't touch my phone or I can't touch my phone. But one of the biggest breakups right now is a phone.
But after married for this long, why is a phone an issue? Okay. Like, why should it be an issue?
For us, it has not been an issue. Our phones are there, they are open. If you want to check whatever, go ahead. Nobody hides any information. We've come to that. There's nothing, if there's really nothing to be hidden, why should you put a password, especially on your phone. So hours are open. There's nothing that.
Again, what happens is there are some indications that makes people now begin to wonder about the phones. Is when you receive a call, you go somewhere. You want to receive somewhere, so immediately your wife will begin to think that is somebody.
Somebody, yeah.
And you know, in as much as the people who know how to hide and to erase, immediately, but you know that thing, the way he got out to pick that call, it tells you there's something. Even the body language, you'll just know that things are not good. Yeah.
Sure.
So, but on phone, what I would say is that it's very, very important, at least to be open, because these passwords and all these kind of things will makes the other couple not believe. But I'm not saying that the phone cannot bring conflict. It can. What I would say is leave there. Don't go chocoraring somebody's phone. Just leave it. I mean, sometimes it's safer to leave it the way it is.
But that's living without...
than go chocoraring the phone and looking at the messages. Yeah, like somebody can write to her a message, in that maybe she's interested in her, but she didn't answer, or whatever she's answered, then something happens, then I get jealousy. If I try to look something on her phone, I'm asking for to open the skeleton or whatever happens. I think the best thing, just leave each other's phone there. Let it be free, let it ring, and you live happily.
Okay. I'm sneaking, like at the corner of my eye, I'm seeing your picture. Can I just pull it out?
Yeah.
When you guys first got married? Yeah. You guys were very slim. That's the first thing.
Oh my.
You were very slim.
Especially him.
How old were you guys here?
26, was 25. Yeah.
2025. Wow. Wow. When this changes happens, men complain, oh, my wife has changed after the kids. So can you just, how do you continue loving her despite the change? Because even you have changed, but women don't complain as much about men changing. Men complain more.
I think what happens is mostly is that when a woman does not take care of herself, there is hormonal, you can just, but not, she does exercises. She takes care of herself, even if she is not big. But again, like you say, we were prepared. There will be some changes. There will be some changes because now I need to look to her like that lady that I fell in love when I met her in Malindi. Yeah.
Oh, you guys met in Malindi?
Yeah.
Oh, how sweet. What were you doing?
Mission.
We were going for a meeting, church meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then during the break?
I saw somebody beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd seen me before, but I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is very interesting. What is the biggest advice you give any couple? Like if you'd meet someone randomly and then you tell them, okay, this is the key I would give you to make your marriage work.
Like for me, I would say prayer has really played a big role. Prayer and trusting upon God. Because without God, there is no way marriage can really work. Bottom line, put God in your marriage. Yeah.
What do you tell the guys?
Well, I'll tell the guys that marriage is tough and it's still not tough. It's how you'll make it, and a lady just needs to be appreciated for you to go forward. Sure. Mostly it's just appreciation. If you appreciate a lady,
even after 10 years in marriage,
yeah, sure. they'll still stand. Yeah. Even if somebody goes and say, oh, like now if you ask some couples, oh, what has he ever done for you? Oh, that guy was wonderful. He appreciated me, and all that a lady wants is to be appreciated. Yeah.
So guys, if you have a couple that you know who are an inspiration to you or anybody else, and also if you are the couple who can inspire other people, because you've been married for a long time, you know what has worked for you. If you're able to help us build a generation that actually appreciates marriage and celebrates marriage, please send us inbox on Facebook at KTN Life and Style, and also on Instagram, Twitter, KTN Life _Style. This is both Instagram and Twitter. And you can send an email. If you have a long story that can only fit an email, please do so. Send an email at lifeandstyle@media.ke. And is a symbol. We'll be able to get back to you, able to come and talk to the couple. And also, if you're the person, we'll still come and talk to you, wherever you were, and we'll be very, very grateful to put something positive in 2018. We still have Style with Crystal coming up next, so you could go grab a cup of tea, come back, and enjoy the show.